world. It is my
Yeah,
world.
exactly.
Everybody's just living in it.
Exactly.
Hello, how's it going?
So, chilling, bro. How
Yeah,
are you?
chilling. I'm good.
That's it.
Where,
Nothing
yeah,
more.
I don't
How
know.
are you really?
How am I really?
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Stress? Doing all right?
Yeah, I'm a little stressed, I guess, but like nothing significant. I think last week I was saying I was stressed and I was actually stressed then, but now I'm okay.
Not as bad.
Yeah,
Just chilling. Well,
yeah.
that's good.
How
Glad
are
to hear.
you actually?
How am I actually?
Yeah,
I'm stressed.
you're stressed.
I'm
What are you
stressed.
stressed about?
Suns are playing right now. That's stressful.
Hmm. Yeah,
But aside from that, nothing new.
you got that up on the other screen there.
I do. I'll be glancing at it
Nice.
frequently. I'll try. I'll do my best to keep it together for 25 minutes, but no promises. So, yeah, man.
Outbursts may happen.
Yes, sir. Anyway, episode 10,
Yeah.
off the record. I'm dropping shit. We in the cut.
Yeah.
Uh,
Episode 10. We share a song with each other every episode. This week I'll be sharing a song with you. And then we talk about some other stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Should we jump right into it?
I think we should. What do you have for me today?
All right. I don't know what you're gonna think of this. It's kind of a nerdy choice, but I
I
feel like
I don't know what that means. What I
yeah. Well,
mean.
I guess it's just because it's such an older song, and I feel like it's just like an important listen, like historically.
Okay.
Um, it's a it's a song by the Beatles, um, and I think you told me you had not listened to the Beatles much, and we can talk about
Yeah.
this more, but I feel like the Beatles today is like Rick and Morty. It's like the fan base ruins the Beatles. It's
Really?
yeah, because like everybody just thinks of them as like sunshines and rainbows, and like everybody's like
Yeah.
fucking nerd about the Beatles. Like they
Yeah.
are, like they're better than you if they watch the Beat or they listen to the Beatles.
Yeah.
But
That was my impression of them.
but
So
then like Rick and Morty, it's like from what I've seen of Rick and Morty, it's still a good show. And the
that
Beatles,
is a good show.
the Beatles are like they are fantastic. It's true. Like,
Right.
but yeah, I don't know. We can talk more about
As
that.
represented by the fan base.
Yeah. I think part of why they have this reputation though is because of songs like this that kind of explain why they're so good, I guess. So, yeah. The name of the song is "A Day in the Life," and I would say it's their best song. Um, and yeah, let's jump right in, I guess.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Let me know if it's too loud.
Gotcha. Do you share sound? Share sound.
Of course not. Why would I do that?
Too easy.
I was I,
I
I
was
like
gonna ask you, but I was like, "There's no way you forgot."
I like smirked right when it started because it was like super loud, and it was like right after I said like let me know if it's too loud. I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely too loud, but you didn't say anything, so it's like, oh,
Yeah,
maybe not.
yeah. Probably turn it down then.
Yeah, okay. Let's go here, and
Yeah,
if we gotta move it up, we can do that. All right. Yeah. So that's basically the end. There's some like chatter at the end, but it's not
Oh,
very
sick.
musical.
I enjoy that a lot.
I'm
I
glad
need
you
to
like
listen
that.
to that again. I love kind of the outro. Not necessarily like right before that like orchestral kind of build up.
Hmm.
I enjoy that piece quite a bit. But that was a really interesting song. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, there's like so much going on. And I didn't know some of this. Like I was just reading that
Yeah.
for that climax part, they hired an orchestra of 40 musicians, dressed them in tuxedos and funny hats, told them they had 24 bars to ascend from the lowest note on their instrument to the highest note, closest to E major. That's
Well,
nuts.
oh, I just wonder whose idea that was because that's pretty that's
And
wild.
well, when you do a lot of drugs, I guess you come up with some.
I guess so, man. I guess so. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, there's like
I'm not
so much like going on in the song too. I think I had read at some point that John Lennon and Paul McCartney had the idea of a song titled A Day in the Life and then wrote separate songs and then they pieced them together.
uh,
So like the part that Paul
uh,
McCartney
uh,
sings in the middle, that like that arrangement is pretty different from the rest of the song,
yeah.
but they work it together.
Because I mean it seems like just a completely different vibe
Yeah,
than
yeah,
what John Lennon is talking about.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I almost need to listen to this again to really digest
yeah.
what I was listening to. But I would love to hear your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, I mean it's I think that's like part of it is like you like a song like this definitely it's up for interpretation. So like listening to it again like helps because there's just like so much thrown at you, you know.
Yeah.
Um and as with other Beatles songs as well, some people think that there is no interpretation to be made, like it's just like they were on a bunch of drugs and they had no thoughts and they just kind of came up with random things and threw it into a song. Like they're
Right.
not really singing about anything. I
Yeah.
I don't interpret it as that or as with some of their other songs as well. I kind of look at it as like I think both John Lennon and Paul McCartney have like the same themes in their songs about just kind of in modern life people's like normalization to things like violence and just being not really aware of what's happening in the world, like tragedies
Right.
happening in the world, or the just becoming what's the word complicit and like
Mm.
just not like yeah just not aware. And I think like this line I'd love to turn you on is like basically saying like I'd love to make you woke. Like
Ah,
that
I see.
uh um and that's my like in as much of a concise way interpretation of the song. um
Yeah.
but
Can you click on the annotation of "I'd love to turn you on"? Because that line did feel a little out of place to me.
yeah
I was just curious what it says
um
here.
yeah, I mean obviously turn you on has had like a
Yeah.
it's had
Like,
change in meaning throughout like the years, but of course I think in the 60s it probably still had like a sexual meaning to it. um but I think then it also had like a meaning like more so in the 50s it was like a meaning of just like a like just exciting someone like. But yeah, I don't know what they're saying here. Let's see.
that's interesting. Yeah, no, I mean that's basically what it's saying. It's
Yeah.
kind of trying to put you on to realize all of your potential, but also ambiguous kind of line. So it
Mhm.
can also be sexual. So I don't know. Very interesting song.
Yeah.
Is the rest of this album kind of similar in tone or
I wouldn't say in tone, but similar to how there's kind of wild instrumentation on this song.
mm,
Uh, there's a lot of that throughout this album. This album is like historically a pretty important album too. A lot of people point to it as like the quote unquote first concept album. and it really wasn't, but maybe like the first extremely popular one.
Right.
And the rest of it is like almost like another normal Beatles album where it's like just 15 or 16 pop songs, but they introduce a lot of like artistic sounds into the arrangements of the songs.
Right.
So yeah, I mean it's a great album. It's considered a classic. Like a lot of people would consider Sergeant Pepper. That's I don't know how they abbreviate it. A lot of people would consider it to be like one of the greatest albums of all time. Um, but yeah,
Interesting. Might have to take a listen. I
yeah.
imagine it's more like kind of like
Damn, this Wikipedia
weird,
page
kind
is
of like
so long. Holy
like kind of
shit.
spacey, like psychedelic type.
Yeah, I guess psychedelic is right, but I wouldn't say like so much spacey. Like I think if you listen to like the rest, like everything up to A Day in the Life, it's pretty much like their other music, like pop songs.
Mm.
But just maybe a little bit more out there than typical. But yeah,
Interesting.
I think
Well,
"See in the Sky with Diamonds" is that's probably the most popular other song, or Good Morning, Good Morning. But anyways, yeah, definitely worth a listen.
well, appreciate you showing me. That
Yeah,
was
for
good.
sure.
I will definitely have to listen to that one again. So
I'm glad you enjoyed. I wasn't sure what you were gonna think of it, but it's like also like I think it's a great song, but it is pretty different, and also because it's like a little bit older now, it's like not, I don't know, like
right.
it's just not like a typical thing you might listen to every day. So
Yeah.
I had no idea what you were gonna think of it, but
It felt like maybe I had listened to it before because like
yeah.
that like swell sounded very
Hmm.
familiar,
Yeah,
but I couldn't. I mean, I didn't recognize any of the other parts of the song.
yeah.
So
But it's also like I would say like a pretty influential song, so it's
yeah,
probably been mimicked in other songs if that
right.
isn't what you've heard. So
Makes sense.
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Well, I'm
Well,
glad you enjoyed.
absolutely. Yeah, let's move on into our next segment
Yeah, sure.
where you
Um,
tell us about some of the concerts you've attended recently.
yeah, I've been going to concerts lately, and I have another one coming up. So just thought I'd share my experience there. I saw this band Parquet Courts on Saturday night. Have you heard of them?
No, not at all.
They're like a punk band from New York. They're like a newer band. They were good. I really liked them. I went with some of my friends who like didn't know their music at all, and because I guess they're a punk band and just the type of music they're playing, there's like a lot of moshing.
Oh man.
Like, yeah, it was pretty intense. And like my friend, I don't know how many like I don't think he's ever been in a mosh pit before, but like he saw it and he was like, oh, like I think he was just like, oh, that must be fun. He's like, you want to go in? I was like, I'm good standing
You're
next
like,
to it.
fuck no, bro.
Yeah. And dude, that we like I pushed my way to the front and I was like up against like the barrier before like the band, which was sick because like front row, like,
Yeah.
viewing of the band. Um, but he was like right behind me. And like when I would look back, he was just like drenched in sweat and like dying. At some point, I was like, "How are you doing?" He's like, "Hard, okay." And like I asked him like later, he's
Oh
like, "I
man.
was like fighting for my life during that concert." Like,
Oh, I bet.
yeah, I don't know. I don't
Interesting. I
think
feel like isn't moshing just a bunch of like people just like pushing and punching each other kind
that's
of like
basically there's no punching, but there's pushing. Like, also, this was like pretty fucking wild. This there's this woman there who if I were to guess her age, she was probably 50. And like
hmm,
she'd just be standing there enjoying the music, like whatever. And then like no one was moshing and she would just go up to someone and just like push them. and then to just start the moshing, and I was like, what?
I just
And
like, is it the kind of music that you can get like that hype to? Like, I just don't understand.
certain songs
Okay.
definitely. I mean, but I've also been to concerts that play, music like that, or even harder, where there wasn't moshing. So like,
Yeah.
it depends on the crowd too, and like the venue.
Right.
But yeah, it was pretty nuts. And yeah, I kind of feel bad for my friend. I'm not sure how much he enjoyed himself at the end, because also
Yeah.
when you're doing that, it's not like you get a chance to even like listen to the music.
Yeah. You're just kind of in it.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Uh, I mean,
so
show out of 10.
out of 10, um, I would give it a 7.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It wasn't like the best concert I've been to. I think some of the problems I had with it were that, well, one, like the crowd was like a little bit annoying. Like some people really like that. Like that's
Yeah.
fun. Like they're going crazy. But like also just the fact that like not everyone. It was a mixed bag of who was into that and who wasn't. Like some
Yeah.
people were like just upset that that was happening, and some
Yeah.
people were just like taking it like way further than anyone
Way too
else
seriously.
wanted,
Yeah.
you know. Um, and then like also like I don't know if it was like the sound was mixed poorly or what, or just the
Mm.
uh, the venue. I'm actually going back there in a couple weeks, so I'll find out. But I couldn't hear the vocals very well, which kind of sucked because like
Uh,
I don't know,
that
like
really sucks. That's like the whole point.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, it just made it harder to like recognize songs. I mean, I knew most of them, but like for my friend who like didn't know any of the songs, like how do you like,
Yeah. I mean,
oh yeah, this is a good song. A little bit
right.
deeper. So but yeah,
Fair
it
enough.
was a good time. I'm glad I went. It was cheap too. It was like actually no, I'm thinking the next concert I went to, but it wasn't bad. It was $45 a ticket.
Oh,
Um,
that's not bad.
yeah,
Cool.
but then this Monday I went to another concert. This one was cheap. It was $25. I got them resale day of.
Oh,
I was at this like bar like 30 minutes north of here, and it's just like a small bar, but they also have food. Kind of pretty unique venue called Belly Up Tavern. Um, Very cool place, and the name of the band is the Mountain Goats. I don't know if you've heard of them before.
I think I've heard of them. I don't know
Yeah,
much of
our
anything about
our
them.
friend Steven, he like loves the Mountain Goats.
Ah, that's
I
where I've heard from.
yeah, I texted him. I was like, should I go? And he's like, big yes, like definitely go.
Big, yes.
And
Nice.
I'm not like as big of a fan of them as he is, but like they definitely put on a great show. Like they played over 20 songs,
Oh,
like deep cuts, and like um
nice.
yeah, it was a good time. But like uh I wish I knew maybe more by them, because like I also like they were missing their keyboardist and saxophonist. So like a lot of their music is very acoustic guitar and
Mhm.
stripped down kind of sound. So without like that extra added like feature of like a keyboard or something, it's kind
Yeah.
of hard to distinguish a song from another song after a while. I was like, okay, another acoustic guitar song.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time. And yeah,
Nice.
there's another concert that's playing there that I want to see. Have you heard of the band Spoon?
The band Spoon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to show you a song by them on this
okay.
podcast at some point. They're so good.
Sure.
But they're playing there, and it's already sold out on StubHub, like resale. Tickets are $300 minimum.
What?
That's
I've
ridiculous. It's
I've never
fucking
even
crazy.
heard of this group. That's
Yeah,
wild.
they're a rock band.
Yeah.
I think the price, the fact that they've sold out like definitely makes sense. I
Mm.
think they'd be capable of like playing a concert at like Petco Park, like
Wow,
the
really?
main baseball stadium here.
Yeah.
Uh, but like they're at a small tavern instead, so like it makes sense. But like
Yeah.
$300, that's
Yeah. I mean, that's ridiculous.
but
Cool.
we'll see. Hopefully prices go down.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I'm of the opinion that unless there are very few people I would pay that much money to see.
I don't think I'd pay that much money to see anyone. I
I
think
would pay that much
my
money to
limit.
see Kanye and Kanye only, I think.
Yeah,
at
but
this
how do you
point.
even know that it's like gonna be a good show when it's Kanye? I'm not paying $300 for that big of a risk.
That is an excellent point. Yeah.
Maybe
I would
if you could tell me this was gonna be for sure a 2 hour show where he every
yeah,
song I want, like okay, I'd
right.
consider paying $300. But
Where the sound actually sounds good and Kanye's not throwing microphones into puddles of
yeah,
water. Yeah, no, that's fair.
no, I think the
Um
absolute maximum I would ever pay right now is $300. Or whoa, what am I saying? $100.
I would pay between 100 to 200.
Yeah,
That being said, if it was Kanye, I would
go up.
I'd probably pull the trigger
Yeah,
just cause only because no idea how many more Kanye tours we're gonna get. That's all.
that's true. That's
So
true.
if Kanye comes out with an album, like a real one,
Yeah,
and says album tour, buy tickets, I'd be like, shit, okay. Like fair, okay. All right, fine. I'm envisioning like, here's my thing, and this is evolving into an entirely other conversation. But the St. Pablo tour,
yeah.
that was called.
That was supposed to be great, right?
It was. Everyone loved it. And I
Yeah,
was like, I sat there looking at tickets. I'm like, I could definitely buy this. And then I didn't. And I've been kicking myself ever since
yeah,
then. So I just want to avoid that scenario again. So
yeah. That's
anyways,
fair.
that's
That's fair.
besides the point. But yeah, we'll see. I hope your next show is good. Sounds
Thank
like it'll
you.
be fun.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm seeing a Big Thief next Friday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've heard of
I
them.
think I've mentioned them on this podcast actually. They're like an indie folk band.
Oh,
But,
exciting.
yeah. Do you have any concerts coming up? Have you been to any recently?
No, there was one I really wanted to go to. I wanted to go to the Lucky Day concert. And I
Mm-hmm.
again kicking myself because I looked at tickets, they were $35. And the next time I looked at them, they were $135. And I was like, well, I'm not paying $135 unless it's Kanye. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. So no, I'll have to look. It's really stupid too, because like I live literally across the street from House of Blues,
Mm-hmm.
where they just have artists constantly. So I
Yeah.
really probably should be checking some more stuff out, but I'm lazy. So anything comes up, you guys will be the first to hear about it. So
Yeah. Check their website. I'm sure there's something good coming.
bro, I walk past every day. I have a big poster of what's coming up for the next like 2 months. I'm just stupid. So that's fine. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. But yeah. Anything else to add? We
I don't
wrapping?
think so. I think we can wrap it up there.
Absolutely. Episode 10.
Episode 10. Yeah.
Done and dusted. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Only the most coherent content here. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. See you
Peace
later.
out.